Alright, what's up, gamers? How is everyone doing tonight? And am I loud enough? Oops, that's not where I want to be. I want to be here. There we go. Alright, we'll have to see how I come through once the narrator starts talking. Normally I'd be like, hey, let's get other people to read voices and stuff, and that'd be fun. But this has some good voice work, and there's only like 2 or 3 characters, so it should be just fine. This game looks like it does have some pretty intense imagery and some yeah, be aware of the content warnings. If any of those general categories are triggers for you, definitely check the list if that's what you gotta do. Like, I feel like I should be fine given the art style of this game, but it's gonna be rough. So yeah, so you can look forward to that. But yeah, feel free to tap out if this is not for you. But psychological horror with a princess who is not an eldritch being, and it's perfectly fine if we don't kill her. Yeah. I know very little here going in. I just saw this game's trailer, and I do this like Halloween night or like a little bit closer, but tonight's the night I can stay up, so tonight's the night we're doing this. Alright, let's not put this off any longer. Thank you, Marn, for posting that link in the chat. I do appreciate how that site did that too, where it says like, hey, if you can scroll down and see the content warnings, there will be... Oh, you're both getting that? Let me see if I can figure out why that is. It's probably because I'm using a audio box rather than mic directly into computer. You know what's scarier than horror games? Mine... OBS says that I have my left-right balance on my mic in the center. So I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, since this is probably just going to stream this just tonight, Marn, I think it is fine if we don't do a MooBot. And I've got the link on the stream too, so you can at least, it's there right away. So I think it will be fine. And also I gave the Twitch warning so people at least know that they're clicking into something. Yeah, this is actually Riley Hopkins' old audiobox that has a Samothy sticker on it and a Vin Diesel sticker on it that interstitial seasons 1 and 2 were recorded on. So it's got a piece of history. And now it just got the Hooligans Halloween special recorded into it. I could move the desktop audio to the other ear, but I don't want to do that to anyone who's only listening in one earbud like I am almost all the time. There's one good episode of Night Vale where they just did the entire thing through one earbud and had you take the other one out and listen to the world around you. Alright. I've probably prattled on enough here. Oh yeah, we just recorded the Hooligans Halloween special tonight, which was very fun. And not nearly as scary as what this is going to be. Well, it was scary only in that I actually had to run the episode, which... it takes more work than just being the funny person who is making commentary along the way, you know? Hopefully I will get that out on Monday. Definitely by Halloween. But I should have all tomorrow to edit. And I can turn around those edits in one day because it's just me and CJ. Alright. No more putting this off, no more stalling. Let's go kill a princess. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. See, we're good. We can't make a wrong choice. Only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. Oh, this is a love story. Yeah. I hear you. Without love, it cannot be seen. Let me just double check that, Okay, yeah, looks like music is in a nice spot. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's not put it off any longer. Chapter 1, Hero and Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Alright. Johnny Sims loud enough for you there?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, thanks, Virlar. Alright. We've got... Ooh, look at all those choices! We have so many dialogue choices! End of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason it's going to end because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems bad? Can't someone else do it? Yes, fuck it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered I'm maybe okay with the world ending? Do I get a reward, like experience or something? I mean, usually killing guys gets you loot. Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. This feels like the Moonshot answer. Yeah, this feels like the Moonshot answer. End the monarchy.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Well, that's a neat little parallax effect. As I move my cursor. I think they did mention that can give motion sickness, so if anyone has issues with that in the chat, let me know and I can turn it off.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
My first thought there is the button to turn off Janet in The Good Place, where she's like, yes, you have to turn me off to reset this thing, and then the moment someone gets close to it, no, I have children, no!
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Well, it kind of depends. Sometimes princesses are evil.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well, only one choice here. Into the cabin we go.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
See, the thing is, I just listened to the end of Marielda where they had the wrong knife for the job, it turned out. So I don't know if I'm going to believe you here. Yeah, I really love the art style here. I really love this pencil work. Like 2 frames of animation to just give it a little bit more texture, a little bit more depth. Yeah, nothing bad is going to happen. Alright, so, chat, do we take a knife into the basement? Yeah, did we not have our own knife? Should we just assume we have our own knife and go without it? It feels like a bad plan. But also, I've seen the trailer, I know what happens if we take the knife. We should just do that, honestly, you know? Yeah, we'll take the knife.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I mean, I don't know, maybe we got powers.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Looks like ad break is over. We're just going down some creepy stairs. Hi, Occasional L. I bet that is an instant game over. We'll try it. I have a feeling that this is a game where you go through it a bunch of times. So yeah, where you've, if the princess really lives here, slaying her is doing her a favor. This cabin fucking sucks, man. Yeah, no, what this actually feels like to me is Stanley Parable. Especially because Jonathan Sims has a similar sort of good narratorial voice to the, Stanley Parable guy. Alright, onwards.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
I always gotta watch out when someone talks in a different font.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Or are you all part of the manipulation, man? Alright. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you feels like the obvious one for me? I don't know, if anyone else has strong feelings. I would love input. Oh, for the record, I'm enjoying this game tonight with peach mojito, wine cooler, and some truly cursed candy corn. The flavors of these candy corn are fucked up. Alright. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Yeah, we can try the...
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Thanks for nagging me. Why'd you give me the option there,
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She looks like a normal princess right now.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
Yeah.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Well, no. I'm a little confused about what's happening right now. Yeah, I think we haven't quite decided yet.
How about you drop the knife, and the two of us just talk?
Okay, the way you say talk sounds like
Look
you're going to kill and eat
reasonable
me.
she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Yeah, if we can just talk, it's fine. This is me, and this is Miles. And this is me, and this is Miles. I feel like we gotta hang on to this knife.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your
Yeah, I'm
grip
so
on
glad
the
this is
blade.
a love story. Her giant anime eyes do make me think of, like, a thing where it's like, oh yeah, anime girls are, like, a different species of human that evolved in different ways, and then, like, photorealistic versions with just, like, eyes that take up half of their face.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
CJ, I happen to know that knives do turn up in most of your favorite love stories.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I happen to know that she has been romancing Astarion all the way through Baldur's Gate 3. Which, man, if that's her taste in romantic partners, what does that say about me? Ugh. Alright, hey, okay, we got this. We just
I'm
have to
probably
stab
turned
her.
up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Have you never heard of throwing knives?
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Are you sure she's not armed? Okay, Seraph, what's your great system? I think we should just slay the princess, honestly. Get several buckets of water or a hose. Yeah. Right. Are we just going to drown her? Is that your solution? Yeah. Something gives me a feeling that maybe those chains aren't actually holding her here. Anyway, let's just slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Okay, well, why'd you give this job to us if we're not very good with a knife?
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Lovely. I have a feeling these descriptions are going to get vivid, so, I'm good with that. If you're not, tap out if you gotta.
Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed,
man.
the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
Yeah, there's a window behind her, Seraph.
Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing
Well, that's fun.
hit.
I don't know if you can see my cursor. I don't know if I have that turned on, but my cursor has gone from a pointing hand to a hand holding a bloody knife. That's fun.
We can still turn this around.
I think the window still defeats that plan, Seraph. It was like a barred window. Alright, should we... Do we give up? I feel like giving up is us just dying horribly. I don't think we're capable of finishing the job. Running away and locking her in the basement also feels like it... none of these are going to end well. We're going to try to do this straightforward, and then, we'll try to do things
You
the
and the
long way
princess
around.
stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here, either. Excuse me?
Wait a minute.
Do you think
Yeah, you're
this
right,
is
she
what
would
I
have just caught
wanted
it.
to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
Our friend. Alright, so I am a different person than the hero. We have 4 different entities here. The princess, the hero, the narrator, and me. That's
The
what
two
I'm
of you
taking from
clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Ha!
Oh,
The two of you fall to the floor.
this was fun.
Boom, see, perfect first date. That's how you do a mute cute. This is a love story.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Boom, yeah, see, game over. Easy, quick, GG. I slayed the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yeah, normal visual novel thing. You get an ending, then you go back and you have to get another ending. Shoot, what do they call it in 999 or Virtue's Last Reward? We're just experiencing all the different realities until eventually we can brain hop into the perfect reality. Static sound is probably from the game? Yeah, there's like a hum in the back. I wouldn't call it static. There's like detuned piano. Alright, I'm getting deja vu. Okay, no. Yeah, we already got her.
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
A thing that is always said by people who are meeting for the very first time. Yeah, exactly, Andrew. This is some kind of reverse Mario.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Alright, well, I think you are an asshole.
That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning.
Ooh, we've gone from the hero to the stubborn. That's interesting.
That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
You know, I'm trying to play like a character arc here where we start out stubborn and then we kind of slowly get defeated and start trying new things. Yeah. Let's do this explore, though.
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
No, I listened to you.
We did our best with the information we were given. And we did kill her.
Oh wait, we have the hero and the stubborn? Are those two different entities now?
And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Yeah, baby aspects of the body.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yeah, we can just do whatever the fuck we want.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical
we can do
scenario,
whatever the
that
hell
begs the question
we want.
of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Ugh! Enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters.
It is definitely throwing me that all of these voices are Johnny Sims. Like, they are, right? Like, I'm not...
I couldn't agree more. The cabin and your
pretty sure,
distant
'cause I think there are
confrontation
only
with
like
the
two
princess
voice actors listed for this game. No, let's talk about this princess a little bit. If we're going to kill her, we need to know her weakness is.
Just be quick about it. People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
I know. You don't have the budget to go more complicated than that. If they locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Let's see, which of these questions do we want the answer to the most?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
I really don't feel that way, man. I really don't.
Oh, this is maddening. Why do you keep asking questions?
Okay, my thought right now is we jumped back to the start of the game. The voice of the stubborn is the hero from our first run who is now in our head with us. And each time we're going to get more and more voices in our head of previous runs.
There's nothing wrong with getting the full picture of what's going on here. Sure there is. It's wasting time and energy that would be better spent fighting.
That's my theory right now. And then to extend that theory, this is just me taking shots in the dark. The narrator's voice is like the original one of us who has been through, or the final one of us who finally ends the loop, you know? Oh yeah, no, absolutely, I'm hearing the Archivist too. And Yeah. I know how Magnus went. Looks like Andrew has a fix for me for my audio only coming in one ear. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. There we go. I think that should fix it. Am I coming in both ears now? Let's see. Alright, perfect. Yep. Thank you very much, Andrew. Alright. Well, let's see how long we can annoy the stubborn. Here, let's ask something that the stubborn will appreciate. How can we not
Like I
die
said,
this time?
if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Alright, good night, Andrew. If I ask what you're not telling me, you're just gonna say I can't say.
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
I'm sorry you're stuck with that, Scroopaloo. It sucks. But you haven't missed too much yet.
What else would we even need to know? We've got all the reason we need for a rematch.
Yeah, let's go show her what for this time.
Exactly. The less you know about her, the better.
Alright, yeah, let's just ask all of our questions while we can.
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are.
Sure, prophecies.
I didn't know we were special. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
I don't know, because we're fucking unlucky. I guess unluckiness is a form of specialness.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Alright. Should we try the turnaround and leave? What do you think? I'm very tempted to turn around and leave and see if that's just an ending. They'll probably give us the coward or the apathetic. Yeah, let's turn around.
We can't just leave. We're supposed to fight her. Where are you going?
Sure, I'll have your honest answer, Virlar.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
We could lie. Yes, I know where I'm going. Let's just not dignify him with an answer. Or, no, I want to lie to him, actually. He says he knows that when we're lying. Let's test that.
Somehow I doubt that, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
See, that's a Stanley
How
Parable
convenient.
narrator. move
Everything's
right
back
there.
on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all. You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Newsflash, buddy. Everybody dies eventually.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again.
Haha, off the rails.
Everything is getting... What's going on? Where are we? I told you we shouldn't have come here. I told you. But did you listen? No.
around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by textured nothingness. It is quiet. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. We could brace the thoughts that are constricting us. Maybe they just need a hug. Is this the end of the world? I feel like we're going down this path, we might as well see it through. Urgency. You have a story you need to finish. It is the only way for us to escape this place. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There is only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation. Oh, back to chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin,
Well, we got an
is a
achievement that says the real
princess.
game starts. So yeah, we're stuck in a cycle we have to break.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yeah, I think that was the end of the world, but also, I think this world consists of me, the path, the cabin, and the princess, and the story ends when the princess dies. Wait, but if I don't slay her, I don't know. Alright, yeah, we're back truly, at least it appears we are back truly at the beginning. We don't have our stubborn voice in our head anymore. Let's actually ask some questions this time, see if we can get any more
I'm
information.
talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Let's see, we've already asked that, and he's just said, she just can, okay?
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
Okay, there is something deeply unpleasant about a cotton candy flavored piece of candy corn. Honestly, the existence of that is more terrifying than anything in this game so far. Yeah, do you have any evidence to
You're
back that up?
already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Can't someone else do
if
this?
only that were the case, but I don't make the rules.
Viewer, I think I'm just going to explore this for a while, and if we end up getting stuck, then I will ask for help.
I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
I'm glad to have someone in chat who knows how this game works, though, in case we do get stuck. That's always good to have.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody
Look,
wants
maybe the world ending
to
is
end.
fine.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Let's see. Yeah, let's do this one. Look, I'll go to the cabin, I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. Maybe. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face.
I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess.
Ignore him.
Let's see, we can speed through this a little bit because we've already been through this dialogue once.
The interior of the cabin is the blade is your implement.
Let's see, we should probably still take the knife. I feel like if we don't take... then again, I don't know, maybe we should try to talk things out with her a little bit. Learn, like, what sort of honey words she's going to trap us with. I feel like going in without a knife, she's going to be more willing to talk. Let's see what happens. We could try to go through this like a very methodical way, but that's not what I'm feeling tonight. Well, if we need the knife, we can come back and get it. Scrupaloo. That's my thought. It'll be fine. Everything's going to be fine.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp.
She beat us with fists. It's only fair if we go up against her with fists, you know? Even playing field.
The princess really lives here. Slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carried.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
I don't think we got that line of dialogue when we grabbed the knife last time.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
You could say the most dangerous game. Yeah, fuck around and find out. Let's see. Lying to her... Oh, that's fun that those are two different options. I love that. Yeah, sure. I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it
I kind of want to see what happens if we let her out, though.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Yeah.
There's a heavy
We're just
chain
gonna be
around
nice
her
to a
wrist,
princess.
binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Like, I know, like, fuck the monarchy, burn it all down, but also she's clearly, a prisoner of her own. Like, I bet it was her evil father, the king, that did this. I bet she would be for abolishing the monarchy, too. I bet. Definitely.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Okay, I understand being enraptured by a pretty lady, but also, that doesn't mean that she can't kick your ass, buddy.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Ad break is on, so I will wait until it ends. There's something about the proportions of her eyes that just freak me out. Something just unnatural. It's striking. It feels like, someone's doodle of an anime girl in their school notebook. But then taken with, like, a level of seriousness that just makes it really uncanny. Alright, let's keep going.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Hi, Eves. Welcome to the scary game, which hasn't been very scary yet, but I feel like the moment we free this princess, it's going to go very badly. Yeah, we're just gonna help this lady out. As far as we know, she isn't anything evil. She only beat us to death
Only
after we
making
tried
this
to
more
kill her with a
difficult.
knife.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that face is just terrifying.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I bet she could flick right out of that shackle if she wanted to.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
Well, then why did they give
wouldn't
her
have
a
just
window?
left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Yeah, well, what if it's a forest kingdom? Maybe they only have a forest cabin dungeon. Let's go upstairs and grab that knife and see if we can use that knife to break her
Okay.
chains open.
I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams
Fuck
shut.
you, buddy.
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Stop railroading me, buddy.
Is someone else here?
Let's try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
They're not met with silence, they're met with you saying they're met with silence. It's different.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Then let me go back upstairs and get the blade.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, we'll take the door hinges off next time.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just
Did
get
we-
out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before
Whoa.
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her
All
limb
right.
with the determination
This
of a
princess
trapped wolf.
would pass a jigsaw trap. She would be out of that bathroom in, 30 minutes. Again, content warnings. I imagine you've all seen what I have at the bottom of the screen, but yeah. This will not be the only time we see something horrifying. Yeah, I guess we know she's not vegan.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
Yeah, seriously. You don't need to chew through your forearm. Just bite your thumb off. Yeah, this is just a girl moment.
It's the blade from upstairs.
Fuck
You're not
you,
sure how it
buddy.
made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her.
God damn it, Sophia, this is girl dinner. Yeah, she's been waiting for an excuse to do this, but she didn't want to do it without anyone, seeing that she was going to do it. She wanted to be like, hey, do you want to see that how crazy I can be? I want to have a wild night, but I don't want, it's like my dog will play with toys, but almost also only do it if you're watching him. Hi, Elle. You just missed the princess starting to chew through her own arm to get out of her shackles.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Yeah, I don't think... Oh, we don't even have a choice. We're saving that princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted
Oh, sweetie,
wound
can I get a
on the
napkin
princess's
for your
arm,
lips?
just
You
above
got
the
a
unyielding
little bit
chain
of
binding her
schmutz.
to this place.
Yeah, here, I mean, I can just, like, grab a little bit. I know, her eyes are just... Ugh.
You cut.
I'm
into
not sure
her
if they're getting
flesh.
bigger or if it's just art. I wouldn't be surprised if they were getting bigger.
The blade is sharp.
She doesn't
and
seem
it
to
takes
feel
little
pain.
effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Yeah, what was on the hero's arm, actually? There is something fucked up about that.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow
Okay.
suit.
Girl, if you wanted out, you could have done this at any point. If you were willing to do this, you did not need me to show up. Interesting. We're just a bird person. Or a lizard person.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Yeah, well, you know, women do tend to have higher pain tolerances. Yeah, maybe it's sort of vampire rules.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, I wonder if they free-handed this drawing to steal your joke, Eves.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping
Sweetie,
rhythmically
can I
to the
get you a
ground.
napkin?
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Also, why did the people who locked her up down here let her keep her crown?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door. I bet she can pull, like, some Netero shit where it just, like, seal a wound closed with just a muscle tense.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and
Oh, I don't
raises
like
the
that.
blade.
Okay, yeah, we do have, like, some scales on our arms. Either that or those are, like... Either that or we've got some... No, because that's, like, fur or feathers at the back, yeah. Yeah, and those long claws, yeah, we are not human.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
No, because those aren't, like, human nails at all. Like, those aren't overgrown human nails, you know? They wouldn't curve like that.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
Because I don't think this is how it's supposed to work. I don't think this is, like, successful like the narrator wants. Like, clearly consent, like, agreeing to do things has significant power in this world. Well, look at all the choices! This game gives us so many fun options. Ooh, that's fun.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Last time I just ended up fucking dead on the ground, buddy. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, oops.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
Oh, this is good shit.
We both know this isn't you.
You don't know me.
She She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
That's my favorite princess face so far. Love that face. That's a good face. Yeah, maybe she can cut her fingernails down a little bit, because it looks like some of those are curling to the point where they might actually, like, be painful. And, if she can just, like, get us, like, a big thing of peanut butter to lick while she does her nails, I'm sure we'll be fine.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Yeah, seriously, we got talents. We could just rake her face off if we wanted to.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your
Narrator
chest
has given up on us.
and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Yeah, that's not pleasant.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Ooh, we've learned one of her weaknesses.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out
See,
beneath
this is a
you.
girl who's never done
You
anything
collapse to
wrong
the
in her
floor,
life.
your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Look at that perfect sad face. She's never done anything bad in her entire life. You're fine, princess. I deserved that. You know
Can't
what?
just
You're fine.
end like this, right?
Well,
Oh, that's rich coming from you.
yeah.
As much as I'd
With the
prefer
narrator
for things
here.
to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Ooh, now we have a different chapter too.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a
A
terrible,
terrible
sense
sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Fuck you, buddy.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yeah, let's maybe not tell him how much we...
Yes, he didn't
fucked
approve
with
of us last
Ooh,
time, did he?
with the smitten.
If
Yep.
we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Alright, I think my new exciting thing for... My new thing that's good driving forward in this game is finding out what voice Johnny Sims does for each of these different aspects of ourselves.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Alright, he's just doing Matt Berry there. He's just doing his best Matt Berry impression. I've been watching a lot of What We Do in Shadows. We and the princess... Oh, me the player, the smitten the hero, and the princess are going to be trying to foil the... Yes. Now we just have to take our princess and flee to New York City.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically.
Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Yeah, we gotta be enough guys to really love the princess, says Seraph, and I agree.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Alright, yeah, I'm pretty sure that whole thing just happened. I don't think we need to argue with the narrator about that. Let's go back, see what new powers we have learned from our smitten.
Before you go any further, she will lie.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
Yep.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
I was wondering how this game was going to work with just 3 characters, and I very much am a fan of what they've decided to do with that.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead. The interior of the cabin is clean.
Ooh, it's a
and
different
elegant.
cabin.
Its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries. A prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table
Who's
with a
saying that this
pristine
was clearly
blade
not a
perched
princess
on
because
its
she was in the
edge.
cabin? This is a princess dungeon.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Ooh, let's take a look in the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
Yeah, it's still
And
there.
now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know.
Okay, yeah, we are just a bird
gallantly
person.
sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Or maybe we're a raptor person. Alright. Well, we got claws, so I don't know why we need the knife, but sure, we can take a knife. Because I kind of want to ruin the Smitten's day now.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us again. There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
I think it's good that we died. Yeah, to the lizard's feathers is
The
closed.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yeah, I believe that less this time, buddy.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Alright, how we playing it? How we playing this
Her
time?
voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Look, sometimes you see a person gnaw their arm off in front of you and you're just in love. And that's just how it works. You know, sometimes that's all you need to know.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a
I
heavy
didn't get a
chain
choice as
around
to
her
whether we
wrist,
wanted to, like,
binding
say
her
any
to the
greeting.
far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
I have a feeling if we die a couple more times, we're gonna have more than just 3 of us in here. It's gonna be great.
You know she can't hear you, right?
Yeah, the window isn't barred. That's interesting. And we can even see night sky outside of it.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
You're right, this does feel like a different design.
Do you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Yeah, she is hiding in one hand, CJ. I wonder what's up with
Waiting
that.
for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Yeah, I'm sure it's the same voice actress, just like they have Johnny Sips doing all the narrator and character voices. Yeah, if we learned how to dodge roll, then maybe I could have a chance here. If I have a dodge roll button, I just finished playing through Neo, and so, like, I've got some of my action game skills down right now.
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Although if this game doesn't have perfect blocking, if there's chip damage from blocking, then I might be screwed. Neo really kind of spoiled me on that.
Well, she killed us.
You're right, she's not hiding the tan that she would have chewed off. So she might just be doing cute little, kitty paws.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but...
Yeah, I'm also not convinced that she is chained here right now.
What matters
Can't actually
is
see
you
that
have
the
a
chain
chance
is
to do it
connected.
right this time.
Yeah, why does she always have one hand unchained? We have 2 shackles here. So why does she only ever have one arm chained?
We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Hey, Johnny Sims. Hey, Jonathan. I listened to the finale of the Magnus Archives. I did. So... you just take a back seat here when we talk about dooming multiverses, okay? You just take a step right the fuck back.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Yeah, Eves, I feel the same way. When I go to the kitchen to eat a handful of shredded cheese at 1 a.m., yeah, I have the voice of the smitten with cheese, the voice of the self's like, why are you eating cheese? But I feel like there's also a few other voices. There's a voice of shame in there. There's a voice of hunger in there. There's a voice of, not wanting to wake my wife in there.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
You killed me the last time, and it hurt a lot. Alright, what are we doing here? Yeah, did she end the world after she killed
I
me?
don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
So good, so good.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
We go full nihilist. No, I didn't want the
Then I
world to end.
didn't end the world.
Oh, see, boom! She's never done anything wrong in her life. And we didn't even, like, actually permanently die. We came right back. It's fine.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. I'm not so sure.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Yeah, I just get this feeling that you're into getting your arm cut off in a way that I'm really not, like, super comfortable with.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Yeah, look, we all have different ways of wanting to bone, you know? Sometimes that involves exposing bones, like Seraph says.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Why not?
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles?
Yeah, this
She
is
just
Saw
said
1
she'd
versus
be
Saw
okay
the
with
whatever, the
any
one where we
idea
know
we came
how
up
the
with.
guy got out
Am
of the
I the only one
bathroom.
who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
I'm so glad we got this mitten. I love having this mitten here. He fucking sucks.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Yeah, let's see what happened after we died. Yes, everyone go listen to We See Saw like I did, and just have better memory retention than me, so you can actually remember which Saw movie we had someone break their foot to get out of the bathroom.
You died, and now we're talking.
We See Saw was very good, for the record. I still gotta listen to their wrap-up Q&A. But I really enjoyed listening to that work. Also, in a couple days, Gahooligans has a Halloween episode of our own coming out, talking about a childhood classic. So, look forward to that. Alright. Yeah, I want to
I'm
ask
sorry.
her about...
Didn't you want me to?
Okay, I understand now. The explore prompt means that we're not making any choices. We'll get taken back, whereas the things that don't say explore means that we will directly move forward.
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
The Smitten is more than open to manipulation. The Smitten would love to be manipulated. Is loving being manipulated. So I want to peeve off the narrator more. Alright. We saving the princess, we killing the princess. What do we say, chat? Oh, and there's an ad. Perfect time for people to put in their votes. Let's see, we have 3 votes for... Okay, yeah. Consensus is rescue. But I'll wait till the ad is over. Yo, princess, you want to show hand? Yeah, the world can end if it keeps showing me ads. That is very... I feel that in my bones. Alright, we're saving the princess.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? Yes.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Wait a minute. Now, I was with you for most of that, Smitten. I was with you for most of that. Yeah, I did see in this game's list of content warnings, forced suicide, and I imagine we could be about to hit that, so, yeah, just gonna flag that right now as something that we could be about to stumble into.
You wouldn't.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you.
He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
You could say I'm a believer. You know, I couldn't not be a believer, you know, even if I tried. Oh, this game has the LGBTQ tag just because yeah, that's one of our default ones. Just because a lot of the hosts, including me on Moonshot, are queer. That's generally what we do.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was easy. We didn't have to bite your arm off.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a
Hey, look, yeah,
joyful
she does look a little
embrace.
bit more human here.
Ugh.
She's got just a cute little button nose, happy smile.
Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved.
Is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it.
She has eye props, you're right.
You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
See, like, somehow that's not terrifying to me in the way that her eyes were in the previous run, you know? That's just, like, actual, like, notebook cute princess drawing. And so, yeah, she does have two normal hands, it looks like. Yeah, we can go to Arby's. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Let me guess. The answer is
She
end the
doesn't even
world.
know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her
Oh, I
eyes
haven't even
in
noticed that
deep
the narrator's
reflection,
pronouns are capitalized.
and then she shrugs.
Because the princess's pronouns are not capitalized.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to
I
tell me
just
what
want to
you
make you
want.
happy.
See, this is me and CJ deciding where we're going to get dinner. Or what we're having for dinner. And this always comes... Oh yeah, there's a little bit of scary sound there. That is the sound of hangry PB. Because as we fail to decide, my mood will spiral and I get more and more... If I get too hungry, I just kind of fall into a deep depression. And then the moment I eat, I'm fine again. My dad's the same way. Yeah, this one's a little bit too normal
just
almost.
Want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
I want to make you one. I want you... Should we ask whether she wants to end the world? I feel like we gotta save that question. You have to want something more than just making me happy.
I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Like, it's always very low, Scrupaloo, but you're right, it does seem to be lower now. But also, like, this is an entirely different character design, you know?
Is
Or
she
same character, but
broken?
entirely different
What's
drawing.
going on?
Yeah, she is very much just, like, being a doll right now. She's giving this mitten exactly what he
What's
wants.
going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
Yeah, you need your own thing.
If that's what makes you happy.
Yeah, she's getting less... Just falling apart. This is so good. This is so
isn't
good.
right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right.
I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Oh, it's Mitten. I hope you stick around for the rest of this game, buddy. I want to see how low res we can get her.
I just want to make you happy.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones...
Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No! She was our perfect match! She's gone. Where did she go?
Oops. Sorry, right click brings up that save menu.
And is that a mirror?
Right,
Why is
I'm
it
thinking
here?
of right now, actually, is
Why
actually
now?
going back to Magnus episode 1, the anglerfish. Is that episode 1? That's what I'm thinking of right now. You know? You know what I'm talking about? Yes, I did know that, Viralor. Whenever Christians talk about God, it's always capitalized pronouns. That's a good shout. The
It
narrator
is.
is gone.
Does that mean the world ended?
Does kind of look that way.
A villain vanquished.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
Right.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
I can't believe she was taken away from us. The nerve.
Alright, let's
I'm
look in this
begging you,
mirror.
don't do this.
You approach the mirror. Gaze into your own reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Despite everything, it's still you. It's just like that, you know. Yeah, y'all know what I'm doing. Y'all know what I'm referencing there. It's that Undertale. Despite everything, it's you. Oh, we're not that scary. It's just bad lighting right now. It's just bad lighting, that's all. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. Oh, there's not a cabin, it's empty. Okay. You are at the cabin. Approach her. What's up, bitch? Sorry, I just figured we're like cool enough that I can probably say that, but like maybe I'm not. Maybe that's not okay to say. Sorry. Did that offend you? You recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Does she need a hand, Seraph? I think she's good. I think she's got plenty. She might need a foot. Something returns to the long quiet and has surrendered its path of annihilation. Alright, so I think we're giving our body over to this eldritch thingy. Oh, okay. We do remember that first ending. That's meaningful. I thought that we got like a full game reset there.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
Yeah, the hand's holding it back like, yeah. Oh man, I'd fuck you up with my buddy here. Was it holding me back? Just looking at our options here. Attack the entity. Destroy your body. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city.
That's not
What
an
are
answer. Like a bird guy, I guess? A bird. I guess I don't even know my own character's gender here, or even if they have a gender. If they're like a weird lizard person, who knows? I've been using he just because of the Johnny Sims narration, but that's not also apparently not this body. That's like entities in this body. Yeah, our narrator's been gone for a while. Solitary lights?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
Yeah, I was talking about the person we're playing as. Don't worry, my own gender is its own can of worms, but at least I have, like, words for that. And, you know, my own life experience to look back on. I don't know what I am.
I think that
Oh,
you
the
are
hand
like
creature,
me.
I'm not gonna try to gender that. That thing has genders beyond human comprehension. You ask that thing's its pronouns and it tells you, and you just fall into like full eldritch madness trying to comprehend.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Fuck you top 1% competitive peekaboo players. Oh, god damn it. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
I don't fucking know. I don't understand how anything. Hey, do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Yeah, I kind of thought the narrator was another aspect of myself. I kind of thought so.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us. I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
So good at peeking through things actually cease to exist when you cover your eyes. You're right, the voices in our head do use he, which does fit with the narratorial voice of them. And I think the narrator is he, but yeah, but then we have ourself who's like actually piloting this body and making these choices. Yeah, it's just like, you know, like in Disco Elysium where you have all of your different stats talking to you, but you're still making choices as like the essential entity. Oh, fun story. I still need to play Disco Elysium. I started it like a year ago. I played through like the first like 30 minutes and then immediately like died before even leaving the hotel because I started with like a really low health and then did something dumb. Like I got insulted by the hotel manager and was so sad that like I just died. Alright, gift of a fragile vessel. I imagine that means it's our body. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all, Marn, at that Disco Elysium was a inspiration for this game.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own.
Let's see, the main thing I know about Disco Elysium Scrupulou is that Kim Kitsuragi is like the best friend you could ever possibly ask for. He puts up with so much of your bullshit and still supports you.
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
I did this? You're saying I did this?
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
So she's the fragile vessel, this thing he wants. So are you her?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Yeah, so she's just an aspect of you. But were you always her?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Do you know about other
only
worlds?
that they are. I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed.
Yeah, I guess you're right. My
This is
choices
not a
matter, so
place
yes,
that
I
can
did
hold
this.
a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Alright. What's the play here? We finally have to actually make a choice, chat. What's the play? That's not happening. That could be stream stutters, but if other people... Yeah, so what happened? Attack the entity feels like a wild move. Destroy our own body, but the fragile vessel she's talking about is the princess's body, not ours. Except it kind of sounds like she's done with this one and now she wants ours. So yeah, what happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Okay, so I guess as we go through this, I guess we are molding different princesses, and she wants different princesses just as we're only getting different perspectives than ourselves. How much will I forget? If I help you, what's that going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Yep. You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated. I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How many more pieces of...
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again. Then we will be here forever, as we are now, unfinished, dry, hollow.
A countable number of visible arms. Also, infinity can be countable. Sorry, you just brought up infinity to a mathematician, so whatever happens next, that's on you. Let's see. No, let's forget. Let's forget. Let's go through another
She
round.
asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and we die. Bring the deconstructed damsel to
You're
her.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a... You're here.
All right. Let's continue on to the cabin. All right.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
So we have a couple choices here. We could try to get the smitten back and see what happens if we do actually try to kill her with the smitten with us. We could try to get the stubborn back and see what sort of things we get when we come back with the stubborn. I bet you there's 3 or 4 chapters depending on how far we go before things reach a point.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Also, I'm definitely starting to get tired, so we will probably wrap after we, see through another route. Let's see, Martin asked so we can get the stubborn back, so let's go see if we can
Ignore
get
him.
the stubborn back. We're going to be jumping through some dialogue.
The interior, the blade.
We take the knife.
You take the blade.
Because taking the knife got us to the stubborn, not taking the knife got us to
The
the
daughter,
smitten.
her voice.
Who's that?
She sounds... Don't let it fool.
Let's see. Last time we did, hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Should we just try going silent, or should we do exactly the same? Because we might miss the stubborn, but we might get something else interesting. Alright. Occasional says hi, so we're going to say hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's so cold. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Oh, that's a great voice. We have to, right?
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster.
No, we're hanging on to
You
it.
ignore the trembling in your hands.
You poor thing.
You step forward.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate...
What happens if we just go for it? Because last time we did a thing and then it didn't work. So let's kill her.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts
this
as you
is what we
attempt to
did.
run her. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all it feels.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Though she's
We're going to
unarmed,
get beaten to death again.
your blade slaps. We can still turn this.
Oh, we can't? That's fascinating. We can't make that same choice. It's grayed out. We can't. We're not allowed. Let's give up.
Are you
All right,
serious?
I give up.
As internal bleeding sets in, the blade falls from your trembling hands, clattering to the ground uselessly.
Wow, this game is full of so many good surprises. I'm loving this.
You lacked the will to finish the job. Your bruised
I
and
didn't
broken
lack the
body
will to finish the
falling to
job.
its knees.
Somebody wouldn't let me. Yeah, I guess I used up that thread. I kind of see what you're talking about now, Virlar.
The princess, exhausted, chest heaving with heavy breaths, tosses the blade away from you. This is the end, isn't it?
I maybe
Is
should have
this
been
really
making saves.
the best you could do? Look at you, completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
Yeah, you didn't even get to cut off an arm or anything.
She plants her foot on your chest and pushes you onto your back, the air leaving your lungs in a heavy puff. And then she brings her knee to your throat. She leans into it with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess, shattering your windpipe and leaving you starved for breath.
It's too bad. I was looking forward to some company.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The tower, that's a new one. Guess I'm not surprised.
You're on a path
There's
in
only
the
so many
woods,
choices we can make.
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, so I'm understanding now that this is not the classic visual novel where it's like, no, you can do all the routes. It's like, no, I'm gonna keep going through this and making choices, but some of those routes are going to get permanently locked out. Yeah. When this stream is over, Elle, if you could, like, DM those to me on Discord or tweet them out, I would very much be interested in seeing that. Alright, we've already asked all these... Oh, but I want to hear what new voice we have.
A terrible sense of... If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's bad. You know I can hear you. What does it matter what he knows? She is not going to kill you unless you let her. It hasn't. Those are two very... You died? Of course we died.
Oh yeah, the broken, of course.
She
of
didn't
course,
feel
that makes a lot of
pain.
sense.
She didn't feel much of anything, did she?
Yeah, some VNs
And she
gray out
broke
choices you
every
chose
bone in our
previously,
body
but there were choices
before she
after
decided
that.
to let us die.
Yeah, that was the adversary. Oh yeah, so how many major arcana are there? Something like 20, right?
What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless. She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been
I feel like if I asked the Moonshot chat how many major arcana
You've been
there
given another
are.
chance to actually do this right.
Yeah, I feel like if I asked the Moonshot chat how many major arcana there are in a tarot deck, someone's gonna have an answer. I know what kind of nerds y'all are. Ad break, ad break. Love to be serenaded by a bison now. Yeah, 22 sounds correct to me too. Alright, apparently ad break is over. Alright, so that's 22 different endings we have to try to get to.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
No, I'm starting to get the sense that they do.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any... Yes, but in this purely if it's the latter, what do you think? Do you think the people there lived happily? If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end.
Okay, I don't know if I want to have Eeyore
Just because
in my
she's
head.
capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you. Just be quick about it.
Alright,
Great.
yeah, we've asked those questions already. Alright, let's head on.
A warning. Before she will Can we tone down the pessimism? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
Yeah, we can't just leave. We did that, and we ended up, like, kind of leaving reality, and briefly meeting, like, the hands entity, who spoke to us very cryptically.
You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter.
Pronouns on purpose. Yeah. So the narrator is just being voice of God.
Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Love to call characters knuckleheads. It's the best kind of character to be is a knucklehead.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
You're not helping the mood. Alright.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I don't want to have to climb a ladder to get to it. Oh, we have a mirror again, that's
The
fun.
blade is your implement. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
You could say that we're just a little guy.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
I bet we do get a giant princess, actually, if we're feeling defeated about her. Just like how we were in love with her last time, and so then she became, an ideal, damsel that became more and more meaningless. Just the roughest possible sketch of a love interest. Yeah, I figured, Viralor, that I'd have to start a new save to start a whole new run. I figured. I was more saying in, most visual novels, the difference between reloading a save and going back and doing a different route, and going back and... I don't know. I played through the Nonary games, and I got used to going back through and running through the same thing and making a different choice to go down a different path. So that's, my main point of comparison here. Alright.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who
Let's
cares
see if we can
there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway.
Buddy.
And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
You don't even know what I look like?
Do you not know what we look like?
He knows.
Yeah, sure, let's let a little bit of this mitten shine
Please
through
don't.
here.
I'd rather the princess kill us again than see how dreadful we are.
I care less about what we look like and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us?
I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do? You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall.
It's really... You reach forward and rub your hand against...
We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better
Our
left
body still looks the same.
unseen.
At least our arm still looks the same. Yeah, that mirror is clearly... Yeah, I'm making that connection, Fear Lord. That mirror is the same one that showed up at the end of the world. Alright, let's take our knife.
You take the blade from the altar. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps
Oh, it looks
almost
like
as
we left
deep
a
as
mark
you
on the
are
wall. I
tall.
missed that.
The smell of incense drifts up from
Yeah, I
below.
guess there could be two mirrors.
For a moment, you almost feel at ease. Huh. This is actually kind of nice.
I don't know, man. I warned you about the stairs.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Ooh, this is gonna be a good princess. I can already tell.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
All I wanna do.
You need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Paul Rudd voice. Hey, computer, can you show me a big woman?
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure
There you
framed
go.
by a stained glass
Big
window.
woman.
Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far
I don't know,
wall.
is this the Grink?
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
Again, this is just me and Miles. Drop it. Drop the knife. Actually, he did get a knife at one point. It was like in a piece of like coffee cake. And he stole it off the table. That was a scary like 30 seconds, not 30 minutes. What do you have? A knife? No. I don't know. If someone's telling me to drop a knife, I feel like I should hold on to it. I feel like it's not going to end well for us either way, so let's give ourselves a fighting chance, right? Just waiting for chat to catch up, see if anyone has strong opinions here. Alright, I see someone saying...
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly
What? I
to the
clicked
floor.
Titan, right? I did click Titan. Right? You saw that. faces and shadow feet depicted in, somewhat detail. I don't know if it's enough to get onto WikiFeed.
But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip
Yeah,
it tighter,
okay, yeah,
remember?
The
Are
heroes.
you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more
Okay, so
than
so the
us.
voices in our head seem
You
to have
wouldn't
power to
understand
override the
what
narrator.
It feels like to be
The
in
hero
her
can't.
presence.
Yeah, Seraph, you have it. She said it in the red text, so we have to because it's true. Yeah, exactly. We clicked Titan, but the broken did not.
Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
Alright, we're gonna keep trying to defy it. It's not going to work. Well, Eves is just you. She's a completely regular size for a woman. I don't know how many women you see in your day-to-day life, but she's about average height, I think.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
Well, that forced perspective drop there is good stuff. Yeah, I think it is more that we are small, but, you know.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
Oh, she said it in
Last
red. Now I
time
have to
we
speak.
met. I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
I feel like she's already got a lot of ideas. I'm just gonna keep saying no. Be defiant.
Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
I'm just gonna throw another content warning at chat. I have a feeling things are about to go very bad here. So yeah, you know. To be clear, I'm fine here. I know what I'm in for. I just feel like it's worth saying that it's probably gonna hit someone's squicks.
Do it. It's what she wants.
No objections here.
You're good with this narrator? I only want to hear, hey, pick up that needle if I'm, like, in knitting, at, like, a knitting class. Or, I guess, oh, if Hollow Knight Silk Song comes out, then yeah, I want someone to be telling me, hey, pick up that needle.
I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade.
Oh, okay, she was actually talking about the knife. Of course the narrator wants
As
to
your
have the
eye
knife.
falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Yeah, yeah. No choices. We're all out of thread here. Which is also a Silk Song thing when that eventually comes out. Because instead of soul, I think you have thread. Let's just see. What can't we do here? What are you going to try and make me do with it? I'm going to kill you. You're not kidding about divine hand.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Yeah, this is easy. Yeah,
Okay,
this is pretty
yeah.
easy.
We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
Oh yeah, Marty, you've got the last one. Pick up that needle if the record we're listening to is over. I'm gonna kneel here forever.
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce.
Well, I see you making all those Hollow Knight sounds in chat, or those Fortnite sounds in chat. I've been thinking maybe a Hollow Knight, if I ever play in a Season of Interstitial, maybe I'd have to take a Hollow Knight character. Because that's like maybe a franchise I know best. I still haven't done any Hollow Knight on this Twitch channel, have I? Some point I gotta do Hollow Knight Randomizer on Moonshot Twitch.
The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
Well, if I never click, the silence doesn't have to be broken and something horrible doesn't have to happen. Yeah, I like doing Steel Soul runs too. I managed to get like the Steel Soul speedrun achievement, I'm pretty sure. Still never beat Pantheon of the Hollow Nest. Came close. Made it to Absolute Radiance, but never actually beat the Pantheon. But I did learn some speedrun strats. Yeah. I don't know, if no one else is streaming Saturday nights, maybe a future Saturday night, I will do some Hollow Knight streams. I think really what I'd want to do is either like a randomizer race with someone else or bingo with someone else. Oh, Eves, yeah. I would happily do some multiplayer Hollow Knight nonsense. I've done a little bit of that before and it's very fun. Alright, yeah, future stream time. You know, I mostly fell off streaming because like I got a job, which means I worked 10 hours on Mondays, so then like streaming Monday nights was not gonna happen. But if I go to like a weekend stream time, yeah. Alright. I'm not making any promises right now, but yeah, shoot me a DM about that, and we will find a time to do that. Alright, anyway, something horrible is about to happen, and I've been putting it off.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
Yeah, Seraph, I played around with Hollow Knight multiplayer mods like a year ago with some friends, and it was fun, and it was also like a little bit janky, but was neat. Yeah, but yeah, there's a huge modding community there. Yowie hands for girls. She got big hands. You know what they say about girls with big hands? Yeah, that's an empty city. Yeah, my understanding of that is like, these are all like fragments of some greater whole that doesn't like comprehend itself. Like each princess, and I think maybe each hero too, are like single neurons in a brain that don't understand that they're connected to others.
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
But what if I don't want to? Have you considered that?
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Yeah, I'm not tall enough to stab her in the heart, buddy. I have a feeling that this is not going to be us stabbing her in the heart. I have a feeling it is going to be, bad.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
Yeah, thanks, Broken. Thanks, you're so helpful. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just flying leap. We got this. We can't resist. We gotta do one of these two. We've died enough times. She hasn't died enough times. It's time to balance out the ledger a little bit.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson. Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I don't even know where my lungs are, man.
I'm
Like-
sorry. Don't.
As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility.
We still haven't considered throwing the knife, have we?
Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
It would just be the one lung, right? Like, the other would be fine. I didn't manage to get both of them with one stab. Like, I don't want to get, like, too gross here, but that'd be, like, a weird angle to stab yourself in the chest to get puncture both lungs at the same time. Right? Like, don't get me wrong, this is bad.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Yeah, also, I guess we don't know whether we have human anatomy. I feel like if you had a long enough knife, you could get both lungs with one go, but this knife does not look long enough. But again, we've got weird, like, bird-lizard anatomy, so we don't even know. Hey, have we considered that we might have hollow bones? I don't know if that's useful, but have we considered?
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her.
It's what she wants.
You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you.
I'm on it.
Your
Yeah, we're
other
getting
hand
more
locks
air
around
to our
your
lungs.
wrist,
We're getting
struggling
better,
to keep it from
definitely.
perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
You're objectively wrong there. We're breaking up a bunch of little pieces of ourselves. Like, we're still one main piece, but there's a bunch of small pieces.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird, thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
Also, like, I think her voice is mixed way louder than all the other voices. That's at least how it feels in my headphones. I don't know how it feels for other people in chat. But she's, like, loud. Okay. Do we push forward? Or do we keep trying to kill her? Or do we push forward, or do we give up? Because we can always come back in another life and it'll be fine. Yeah, commit to the bit. You're right. Commit to the bit. We got this.
You can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
I love the idea of repeatedly stabbing yourself, just barely missing vital organs is a bit. And that we're committing to the bit. Like, okay, like, I know that that's, like, very, very dark, but also this game has put us in a very dark place, so, you know.
You continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement.
You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand.
We've got two hands right now.
My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue
Sure,
to drive
buddy.
you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will.
Yeah, the stabby dinger dodge hand game, but with your chest cavity. You got it right, Eves.
You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
I would like to have one helpful guy in this scenario. Would it be so much to ask Chris to come into one of these scenarios with exactly one. I'm okay if most of them are unhelpful, but I would like to have one helpful guy.
Stop.
Hey, thank you. You know what? Okay, maybe she's okay. She told us we could stop. Yeah, when the narrator took us over, I think we only had the hero. Yeah, because then we came back as this mitten. Yeah, we just need Frank.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
She's got a cool crown this time. I appreciate that. That's a good crown. Tiara, whatever.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me.
Yeah, she has
You
normal-sized
are
eyes.
different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death. There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Well, that's demeaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. Take it. I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this.
Yeah, you're the one who let us start stabbing ourselves. You're out of here, buddy.
At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her.
I don't think we do,
Seize the
narrator.
moment before
I
it's too
don't
late.
think we do. I'm not sure that we have the strength in our body to stab her, and if we do, we're gonna stab her in, like, the calf, and it's not gonna matter. Well, Screwblue, I'm glad you wouldn't fumble that bag. I'm glad that you personally would not fumble this. I guess you're just built different than me. Alright, chat. Are we pledging ourselves to her, or are we slaying her? I wish we could ask her about architecture, Eves. Alright. We have one vote for murder. We have someone saying murder. Virlar, you're saying murder or bark. Those are both. Those are the two different options we're choosing between. Alright, we got 2 votes for slay. We're stabbing. We came down here with a knife. We're gonna... Okay, well, we did already use the knife. We're gonna use the knife for the purpose we intended to use it.
No!
Stabby, stabby.
Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react.
How are we darting? We're missing like 1/10 of our body mass at this point from stab wounds.
The wind of your freedom rushes through
Oh,
you,
boom,
and you
Achilles
channel
heel,
it into
boom,
a
her
decisive
one weak
blow,
spot.
stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance. She falls to the floor, crashing.
Alright, we're back. We're back. Game autosaved, thankfully. Yeah, there was just like a boom outside and the power flickered. Everything turned off. So, thanks for adding to the dramatic tension. We're just gonna finish this scene and then I'm gonna call it. Anyway, we were gonna stab this princess.
No! Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react.
Alright. We're streaming to the radio. Yeah, we are live. Just realized I couldn't see chat. Where are my extra docs? I had chat up before and now I can't. Oh yeah, something weird's happening here. Alright, how about now? Do I sound okay now? Something weird happened there. Sorry, everything decided to go wrong at once. Alright, let's finish this out.
The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance. She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest. As you
Oops. Find your target again and again. She laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as her blade cuts her flesh.
We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Oh, shut up, buddy.
Shut up.
See, I'm with you, hero.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact. You lie there,
broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this.
the princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
But I don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine.
You know, despite the horrors, everything's mostly okay.
She collapses to the floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish together.
I suppose we were never going to get a happy ending here, were we?
Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something. I guess.
It's a living!
Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Alright, see, here we go to chapter 3. But, yeah, I do not have... Well, okay, let's see this for a moment.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
Yeah. I was gonna say I was gonna call it here, but we have to see what this is, right?
I think he's upset.
You think?
And what's he got to be upset
Okay,
about?
we have
He
the
just
broken and the
killed
stubborn
God.
with us. So we did get the stubborn back. Hey, Martin, we got the stubborn back. Ooh, new music too.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was, and ever will be.
You're damn right we did. You'll get over it.
Can't say I have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us, and you almost got us.
Yeah, it was
killed.
really kind of a toxic relationship we had going there, so like...
You're being too generous.
It involved us getting
You need to
stabbed a
investigate.
lot. Yeah, Stubborn's our, like, warrior. Stubborn is DP... no, Stubborn is tank. Broken is support and is very bad at his job. Hero is DPS.
Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions. Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a...
If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her. It's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it?
Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly you've already been here.
Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here. This is all different, isn't it?
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that.
Oh, I love this group of assholes all sniping at each other.
Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods. If reality seems distorted, it's because reality is distorted.
So you knew this could happen? You knew we'd be able to restart like this?
I know all sorts of things, which is why you should listen to
I don't know, you lied to me a lot, fucker.
That's not really an answer.
Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously. Don't worry. We only need this one last go at things. You'd better hope that's true. And don't let that inflated ego get in the way of doing your job.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now, and you're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
Alright, man, I want to do this part of the game justice, and I am fading pretty fast here, because it is finally getting close to midnight my time, and I am not used to staying up late now, so, yeah. So yeah, I'm probably going to call it tonight and come back next week to keep this game going, because I want to see where this goes. This is very fun to do with chat. Maybe I'll start it slightly earlier too, so East Coast folks aren't staying up way too late to watch. Before I do that though, we're gonna make a save. And then we're just gonna leave.
Are you serious? Fine, you walk away from the cabin.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still... What's going on?
We're dead.
I told you we shouldn't have...
Yeah, we can go back and
I
reset.
told you.
It's been too long since I streamed, so it was my pleasure, Marn. Yeah, and if anyone wants to join me next time I stream this, I would not mind at all having other people on voice. No pressure to do so, but, yeah. This is just the something other shows up again. Yeah. Every door you close on me is a door you close on yourself. Uh-oh, we taught her to hate us forever? Okay, yeah, this confrontation will not go well. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Why did you come back? Alright, we're calling it there.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Yeah, that wasn't going to be my canon decision there. I just wanted us to...
Is a princess.
I just wanted to end on a good note. And hey, that worked. That was a great note to end on. Alright.